Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Devaraj. Welcome back to my YouTube channel on bioenergetics and other body-based therapies. I mean, mostly bioenergetics, but we get some other stuff in there as well. Anyway, the other day I was, catching up with a few people I know on YouTube, or I like to listen to their content. And there's one guy, I think he's over in California. He's a marketing guru. His name's, I like the guy. His name's Jason Capital. He puts some good content out there. And something he was saying in his video really intrigued me, because he was saying, if you want to sell content, if you want to sell, products, what you've got, the fastest way to sell is to build them as a magic bullet. The magic bullet, it's like, something you do or something you take, and it just takes your problems away. And I was kind of thinking, well, how are you going to do that with bioenergetics? And what was quite clear to me after thinking about it for a little while is that there ain't no magic bullets in this game. When it comes to therapy, when it comes to making deep change at a muscular level, and from there, really releasing the past, there aren't any magic bullets. Yes, you can learn like mental techniques and stuff like that. Back in the 90s, they had this thing, neuro-linguistic programming, which Tony Robbins was super into, and you can, and it's great. You can make a lot of changes in your belief system. But if the holding and the tension is still in your body, you haven't really achieved very much, because the past will always find a way, as we talked about in other videos, of getting back into there, pulling you back down. And at some point, you have to remove the bodily components of the past from the muscular system, which is what bioenergetics does. And it just isn't a magic bullet. There just isn't a magic bullet, That's the reality of it. And what's kind of a learning from that is to stop looking for one. What I see, having been around the therapy scene and the sort of heavier end of the therapy scene for the last 20 years, by heavier end, by the way, I mean like the screaming and shouting workshops and the encounter groups, primal, and this kind of thing, and working, bioenergetics, working with the body, is that a lot of people kind of come and go, and they're trying this therapy out and they're trying that therapy out, and then they're going to try that one over there, which is all human and naturally and natural and totally okay. But at some point, you're going to have to climb up a mountain. At some point, you're going to have to stick to something for long enough that it really creates a deep change within your being. And it's like people are walking around this mountain. Some of them are telling themselves it's not really a mountain, but whatever, they're trying different things out, and they're starting to walk up, and then, don't know if I like this one, don't know if it works for me, come down again, walk around a bit more, start to go up this one. Ooh, it's good for a little bit, but I think I'll go down and come round again, and that's all okay. But like I say, at some point, you're going to have to walk up the mountain. There is no shortcut. There is no magic bullet. That's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. We haven't developed a magic bullet that can simply take all the holding out of the muscle system, take the charge out of the muscles. Maybe one day some brilliant scientist will do such a thing, but we don't have one. So if you're watching this and you've been in that kind of, I want to find something fast that just creates change without me having to face myself and without me having to deal with the past, the best thing that you can actually do is to get off that, get off it and just accept that, hey, I'm going to have to invest some time, maybe some money. I'm going to have to do work on myself. I'm going to have to face myself on a certain level. I recommend bioenergetics because you can do a lot of it on your own. It is deep, deep work. And, it's not like you have to feel everything that happened in your past in order for the past to go. Now, of course, this is a little bit of a tricky statement to make therapeutically, because if you've got the attitude, I really don't want to feel the past, that is not going to support you. But the reality is, once you've changed that attitude, it's not that you feel everything from the past. And that is partly because emotions that were very intense when we were very, very small are no longer so intense when you're more of an adult. And so stuff can just move without it really being a big drama. Of course, you need to stick at it. So, like I said, I have a habit, I repeat and go around a little bit when I'm talking, and probably I should write things out and get an order cue and all that kind of stuff. But The reality is there ain't no magic bullets when you're working with deep therapeutic process in the body. There just isn't one. So if you've been trying a lot of stuff out, that's cool. But at some point, if you want change, pick something and stick with it. Stick with it for a number of years, basically. If you're interested in this, if you're interested in bioenergetics, if you've been dipping in and out of my channel and you want to go deeper, then do check out Bioenergetics for Journey, a 52-week online course. You don't have to complete it all in 1 year, you know. You can take your time. You can go at a rate which supports you and which works with your schedule and with where you're at emotionally, psychologically, whatever. But if you start that course, you get support. And each week you get a new workout to do, and bit by bit, all the old gunge in your muscle system moves out. You become more grounded. You become a deeper human being. You have more energy. You have more resilience so that you can move forwards when there's a whole heap of people giving you shit and trying to push you back. You have more positivity. So you can use the bioenergetics to basically give you a head of positivity so you can move out into life. It is a huge support for you. It is a huge support. If you're serious about creating change, if you're serious about moving forwards, and if you're willing to invest 30 to 45 minutes a day, several times a week, then Bioenergetics for Journey is for you. Check it out. It's at bioenergetics.org.uk. Even if this is not what you're into, do think about this magic bullet thing, because if you're going through life just looking for a magic bullet for the deeper wounds and the step up stuff, chances are you aren't going to be able to find one. Yes, a lot of guys out there will be selling you stuff and telling you it's a magic bullet. You've got to see how many times you want to go through that procedure, go through that ritual, lose your money, find you haven't created change until you actually start to do something which isn't a magic bullet, but which does create change. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking my channel. If you're wondering, by the way, what's happening with the Reichian character structure series, it's continuing. I've been super busy with workshops, but in the next couple of days, we'll be moving on with number 3 subdivisions of a rigid character. So feel free to check that out. It'll be there soon. Okay guys, have a great day, and remember, you can do it. You can do it.